right, in this week 6 of our assignment, we are doing a very heavy project. We are taking our database and queries that we have done in our database, the data we have in our database. What we are doing is creating a Flask Python program that will inherit those properties from the database and then display them to preset, predefined web pages. And I say preset and predefined as we have hard-coded them into our program. So when we go to the actual URL, we have already coded and stylized everything accordingly. So instead of staring at boring code, let's get the command prompt up here. Give us a clear screen to look at. And we are going to launch our Python application, which will allow us to access our web page. As you see right here, we have our link. I'm going to hit Control and left click, which on my computer will allow not the correct page, but it will launch this URL that the program created for us. What we want to do, if we look back at our code, is we have created an app root for getting all users, and we also created an app root for getting all authors to display to the user just exactly those bits of information. So if we go back to our web page and we say get all users, that path should give us a list of all the users and hopefully be stylized. All right. So we have our complete user list, which from our ebook library from previous assignments that we created. Our user list was just comprised up of various John Doe type names that we created, but it listed them all in order. Now, we also did a link for getting all the authors and displaying them. So instead of users, we type in authors as our path, and it's already been stylized for us, and it kind of returns not the best data to read from, but it does give us everything we need to know. We have our author ID, we have our author's first and last name, and the genre of the books that are on their list. Now, this is very handy because now we can continue to just proceed for every one of our procedures. If I pull up our SQL database, we went and created some stored procedures. And this is where we have our get all authors and the other procedures. If we wanted to, in our Python code, continue to create stylized pages, and we could basically continue to write code for each and every one of these procedures. because that is ultimately what we're executing. We're just going in and looking at the database, grabbing that information, and then using it on a web page to display to the user. Very cool, lots of fun. Definitely struggled here and there, and I'm not the best with my CSS styling, so I gave it my best. But all in all, I did enjoy this assignment very much, and am looking forward to seeing what week 7 will entail, as well as what freedom we're going to have moving forward with our final assignment.